Welcome to Part of My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if you are returning. Today I'm going to be discussing my July TBR. And if you can't tell from the thumbnail already, I'm going to be trying to read 30 books in 31 days. I'm not going to go over the description of it because that literally would take way too long. So I'm just going to show you what I'm reading. And for this month, I plan on doing a weekly wrap up because I'm reading 30 books in 31 days. And that wrap up video will be really long if I try to do it at the end of the month. But I will re-wrap at the end of the month of all the books that I read and all the star ratings. But if you want to learn about the books, just look them up in the description. Yeah. Anyways, so let's just get into it. All right, so the first couple of books that I'm going to be showing you are graphic novels. I have 6 of them because obviously, why would I not be trying to read graphic novels without reading 30 books? But anyways, the first book that I'm going to be reading, or first book on my list, is Saga Volume 2 by Brian K. Vaughan. I read the first one last year. Something on my lipstick. Anyways, I'm going to be reading this. The next graphic novel I'm going to be reading is I Hate Fairyland by Skottie Young. This is the first novel, and it is Madly Ever After. The next graphic novel I'm going to be reading is Motor Crush by Brendan Fletcher. I still have something stuck in my lipstick, but it's cool. We're just going to move on. Look at this cover. It's so fucking cute. All right, and the next one is Afrocentric, and this is by Julia Jules Smith. Next is Alice from Dream to Dream by Jaleo. I don't know. Not even gonna try to pronounce that. But yeah, this is it. It's so cute. All right, and the last graphic novel is Submerged, and it's by a number of different authors. All right, the next couple of books are my sci-fi-ish books. Didn't really tell me what they were. And the first one I have is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I keep looking down because I am streaming right now on Twitch. And I have secondhand embarrassment. So if you want to, go ahead and check my Twitch out, the link will be down in the description. But anyways, yes, the first I have is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This book was kindly sent to me by Camille over at Brews and Books. I love her so much. You should definitely check her out, especially if you want any beers or ciders or IPA recommendations. Next, I'm going to be buddy reading Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I'm also buddy reading this with my subscribers and followers on Twitch. So if you want to buddy read this with me, head on over there. Every Sunday, I talk about books and we pick a book to buddy read. Next is And I Rise by Kristen White. This is the second book in the And I Darken series. Finally, I'm going to be reading Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Words. Then I'm going to be doing a reread with my best friend Princess over at Castle Library. You guys already know her. And that is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I already read this book, but she wants to read it and I want to read it with her. So we're going to buddy read. All right, and the next pile of books I have are kind of just miscellaneous. Contemporary, I have 1 psychological thriller, 1 middle grade, and 2 romances. All right, the first book I have is My Life as an Ice Cream Sandwich by Evie Zaboy. This is a middle grade book. Next, I'm so excited to get to Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. This is the second book in the series Beartown, if you haven't read the first one. I gave that book 5 stars. I loved it so much. You should check it out. All right, the next book I'm going to be reading is Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. I'm very excited to get to this. This color is very contrasty to what I have on right now. Y'all like my fake bangs? Okay. Next, I'm going to be reading Jackpot by Nick Stone. This is the only book of hers that I haven't read yet, and I'm so excited to get to it. The next book I'm going to be reading is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is the second book in To All the Boys I Loved Before. Next is The Only Black Girls in Town by Brandy Colbert. All right, the next book that I'm going to be reading is The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. And last but not least, from that pile, I'm going to be reading Heroine by Minnie McGinnis. All right, and going into the next pile, I have 11 fantasy that I am aiming to read this month. So let's get into it. All right, I will be finishing this series off with Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is the last book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Next, I'm going to be reading The Pariah Child and the Evergrowing Stone by Natasha D. Lane. This was kindly sent to me by the author for my honest review, and I'm going to be getting to it this month, so look out for that. All right, next I'm going to be reading A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is the second book in the A Darker Shade of Magic series, or what's the name of the series? I don't know. I gave the first one 3 stars, so we'll see how this one goes. Next, I'm going to be reading A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third words. I can never get my words right. But anyways, this is the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. ACOTAR? Is that the acronym for it? I don't know. Next, I'm going to be reading Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyong. Next is Beasts Made of Night by Tochi Onnobuchi. A Dream So Dark by L.L. McKinney. This is the second book in a Blades Hope Back series. This is a Alice in Wonderland retelling. So, I love the first one. And, it's super red. Alright, the next book is The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. The first book is the 5th season. This is the Broken Earth trilogy, I believe. Yeah, I want to say it's a trilogy. I love the first one. It's literally my favorite book. One of my favorite books of all time. And I can't wait to get to this one. Alright, and next is The City of Brass by S.K. Chakraborty. I hope I say her name right. I actually already started this a while ago. And I just didn't finish it. But now I'm going to finish it. Maybe. And lastly, but not least, I will have a picture of it right here. But I'm going to be reading The Last Wish by Andrew something. It is the first book in the Witcher series. But I'm reading that on Libby. And if you didn't know, I am not going to be physically reading these just physically. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook along. So obviously I work 8-hour days. I will be listening to a bulk of it at work. And I will try to physically read it when I can throughout the day. This is going to be really hard. I tried this once before and I completely failed. But that's because I was in a reading slump. But I am just now getting over a reading slump. So, yes, I think I can do it. We're going to see if I can do it. If not, then will it really matter? Right? Okay. All right, that's all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you'll find easy ways to contact me as well as any of the books and channels that I talked about. I hope you enjoyed this video enough to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you did and come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.